In the year 1971, the Pakistani army perpetrated widespread violation of human rights in East Pakistan, with the support of some political and religious peoples. It is said that nearly 3 million people died of selective genocide, millions of others were left homeless, and almost 10 million crossed the border to seek refuge in India. Indira Gandhi, the then Prime Minister of India, extended full humanitarian support to them, by opening refugee camps along the border. As a result of which, India was left holding the enormous burden of mass influx. Repeated appeal to the international community to end the Holocaust fell on deaf ears, so the Indian government decided to help liberate East Pakistan, which was already being named as Bangladesh by its people. Just then, Pakistan started being provocative. The Pakistani Air Force in East Pakistan took to attacking suspected refugee camps located inside Indian territory in West Bengal. To this, India retaliated with full force, and was successful in repelling the attack. Frustrated by this, Pakistan decided to attack India on the western border. And thus, Pakistani combat aircraft suddenly struck 9 Indian airfields. This was the breaking point, and a full-fledged war broke out between India and Pakistan. India retaliated to the unprovoked aggression with full force. By midnight the same day, India and Pakistan were locked in a two-front war. While the Army and the Air Force carried out attacks along the border, the Indian Navy was planning a masterstroke. India realized that East Pakistan was surrounded by India in a landlock, and its war supplies was being transported by the Pakistani Navy from the Karachi harbor. So if India could somehow block these supplies, East Pakistan could easily be brought down to its knees. The Navy was given the strategic task of denying both East and the West Pakistan access to war supplies. The aim was to make a naval blockade of both parts of Pakistan, and to set ablaze the Karachi harbor. This historic port of Karachi harbored Pakistani naval headquarters, the entire naval fleet, and the Kamari oil storage tanks. And thus, Operation Trident was launched. It was one of the most audacious and daring attacks in the history of naval warfare. As planned, on December 4, 1971, the Indian Naval Strike Group reached 250 nautical miles south, off the coast of Karachi, and maintained its position during the day, outside the surveillance range of Pakistan. As Pakistan did not possess night bombing capabilities, it was planned that the attack would take place in the night. At 10:30 p.m., Indian missiles aimed at Pakistani battleships, Kamari oil storage tanks, and Karachi harbor were fired. Indian missiles started brutally destroying its targets one after another. This sudden attack took Pakistan by surprise and they didn't know how to react. As a result of which, around 500 Pakistani sailors died, and 4 Pakistani battleships were sunk, but unfortunately, one of the Indian missile misfired, and the Kamari oil storage tanks were only partially destroyed. Nevertheless, the Indian strike group returned without a scratch or casualties, which made Operation Trident one of the most successful operations in modern naval history. To commemorate this victory, the Indian Navy proudly celebrates this day, as Navy Day on December 4 every year. Shocked at this, Pakistan scrambled whatever was left at the Karachi harbor, and decided to launch a retaliatory attack on India. Little did they know Indians had already anticipated this move, and were in turn planning a counter-attack. And thus, just 3 days later when Pakistani battleships came too close for comfort, Indian Navy launched another surprise attack on the Pakistani fleet, in the name of Operation Python. Pakistan was not prepared for this, and thus was once again were brutally defeated. But the Indian Navy was not done yet. They used this opportunity to strike the Kamari oil storage tanks once again. This time everything went according to plan, and Kamari oil storage tanks were finally completely destroyed. This time also the Indian strike group returned without a scratch or casualties. Operation Trident and Python were remarkable, and exceptionally successful in the sense that, Indian Navy suffered no losses at its side, and caused heavy casualties on the enemy side. The operation was considered to be one of the most successful in modern naval history. These attacks isolated East Pakistan and crippled the economy of West Pakistan, and thus played a decisive role in the victory of India in the 1971 Indo-Pak War. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do check out our other videos as well. Links to a few are on your screen. Please subscribe and do not forget to hit the like button. See you in another video. Thanks for watching.